It's me again. It's been a while. I was really debating on if I was going to continue to do a podcast or some sort. I wouldn't really call this a podcast. I would more so call it just me allowing you a tunnel into my direct life and my train of thought throughout, everything. I just feel like because the way I'm trying to connect with the people that support me, I want them to know what they're supporting truly. So instead of doing a podcast, I'm just going to do kind of an informative, like, I mean, some people may call it a pod, whatever. It's just a common knowledge. But I really want people that meet at my shows who find me funny on stage to get to know what it is that they're supporting. And I figured why not? Like, I know that the podcasting pool is saturated. A lot of people really don't think about that, but when you're trying to grow a fan base, people become a fan of you based off of what they get to learn from you. And me not allowing people to really get to see some of my ins and outs and my inner thinkings and just my development as a whole, I think it just robs them of an opportunity to really want to support me. So this is what we're going with. I was wrestling with the idea for the past like 8 9 months if I should even continue to do it. I didn't feel like it was detrimental, but I also didn't feel like it was beneficial at the time. So I had just taken some time and kind of wanted to figure out what I needed to do. In that time, though, I definitely wasn't. There wasn't a point in time where I wasn't working on, whether it being on stage, building relationships, friendships, or whatever the case may have you. Constantly just trying to make sure that I get to a place where I'm going to be completely received as me as a whole, with all my flaws, with everything, allowing people to see my thought flaws, allowing people to see my thought processes and events that are going on, so on and so forth. I just feel like it's a very strong development of, if I'm gonna ask you to pay $25 for a ticket to come and see me, know what you're getting into. Like, outside of me being funny, know that I can also be compassionate. Know that a lot of the jokes resonate from real life situations that may happen with me. So you may hear me on this pod, and then you may see me on. Well, I'm trying to not say pod, but it's just the common language. So just bear with me. But you may want to get to know more about me as a whole. You may see a joke start to develop. You may and it's just an invitation. I'm not saying you have to. You don't have to come on here and like every video or whatever the case may have you, because I have been all over the place just trying to figure out who I want the world to see. And truth be told, after some heavy contemplating, I just want the world to see me. There have been times, especially like with developing in comedy, where you don't feel like you're good enough and you only want people to see your best. And that's become the norm, where people are all like, oh my gosh, my life is so lavish. You're not showing us the parts of when they aren't. It's just the good parts. And I think that people, real people like to see real stuff. Like, you have reality shows that have script writers. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, let me wait till I get on something like Club Shay Shay before you start to learn about who I am as a person, when you can do that while I'm developing into stardom or into whatever it is that I eventually get into. I just want people to know that I'm a real person. Sometimes I have situations that aren't pleasing for me to deal with, and I do like any other human does. We try to figure things out ourselves, and I'm not far from that. You know what I mean? No matter what type of status I get celebrity wise. But yeah, I just want to start documenting my growth, because like, one thing I've learned, I saw that Doja was doing the same thing, and then when she blew up, it's documents that you can actually see her struggles and how she got to where she's at, and losing a job and being transparent with releasing it to the world. Like, there's a message in that to let people know, like me, hey, it's not happening today, but keep grinding, keep working, and it'll happen. And then you'll look back on this and people will get an opportunity to get to know how you got to where you're at now. And I was like, you know what? That's accurate. That's right. Let's go. Let me stop shadowing and hiding who I am from the world, and let the world see me. I think people will become a bigger fan of who I am in real life than who I am on stage. And the only way that you're gonna find that out is by me releasing it. So that's that's our thought process. I'm gonna get a regular schedule. Right now, I'm probably gonna do Sundays. Just start off with one. I don't know. Look, I don't know. However, I'm able to do what I need to do. It'll get done. Simple as that. So yeah, I want people to just enjoy me. Without further ado, man, let's get right to it, man. I am back. I am happy, joyous, man, filled of joy. Um, Trying not to date it too much, but I'm gonna just do it today. It is a Sunday here, and it is the ass crack of dawn. I've honestly been, because I've taken my podcast equipment apart, and I had to like remember how my configuration was, so that took forever. I was originally supposed to start at like 4 a.m., but I didn't. And I can't even blame the kids. Well, it's 5 o'clock now. Well, yeah, that's me dating and timing it. Timestamp 5 a.m. because this is the only time that I get to just be myself without the kids, without anything, man. And it just is what it is. But more or less, recently I've tried to get into the whole like voiceovers and reaction pages, but without really reacting. Like I'm gonna focus my reactions just on events around my city. Like people want to attack the world with their reactions, but honestly, I think it's just people like a lot of funny things that happen around the area that just you know my people need to know. People need to know about the things that you don't see on national headlines or like the stereotypes of because I live in Virginia. I'm from Virginia. The natural stereotypes of Virginia. Like I just think that there's funny in Virginia as a whole. Like I know this area, I know this region, especially like the 757 area. That I know this, so I can speak on it because this is something that I know. I don't really know what's going on in California. So if I see something about gang wars or gang violence, I don't even know how to politic with that. So why am I talking about it? Virginia, this is hometown. I've been here. I've seen it from the bad to the good to the from the gentrification to the gentrified. Like I've seen it all, so I can speak on it. So I'm just doing reaction videos to Virginia, and I know some comics think it's corny, but to be honest with you, content is content. Like somebody may have an opinion on everything, and everybody does, but you know what? The one thing that I have learned recently is the only opinion that matters is my own. Like I know I'm not embarrassing myself. I know I'm not embarrassing my kids or the ones after me. Like I know that I'm not causing any harm. I know that I'm not disrespecting anybody by saying, "Oh man, this person's stupid because they doing X, Y, X, Y." No, I'm not that type of person, and it shows as a whole. Like I'm gonna try to make funny out of things that may not necessarily be funny, or that's just comedy. That's how you grow as a comic, and I look at that more as workouts. Especially on days that I can't get on mics. Like it's Sunday, like I said earlier here, we don't have a Sunday mic. Therefore, we have to sit here and twiddle our thumbs because what else is there to do? But I've been telling people like comedy doesn't just start on stage or when the camera's rolling. Like you're a comedian even when you're off stage. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna find the funny in everything. That's how I think comics process life, and that's how they get such good jokes is because at a given moment anything can be comedy, anything can be a punchline. So it's just practice, man. It's practicing. And a lot of people are like, oh man, why are you making reaction videos? Well, how else are you why would you buy a ticket to my show if you don't know I'm funny? You see me on the flyer and you're like, I don't know him. Yeah, so the person selling the tickets is the promoter based off of his name and what he's built, not because you want to see me, Jamal, the comedian. And that's one of the key and really one of the most critical things is that, from what I see, is that we focus so much on the actual art, which we should, but it's a balancing act because you also have to get that fan base. And I've seen a lot of comics that have a lot of talent in Virginia, but after the show is over, they acting like they the stars of like they I already have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. As opposed me, show over. Hey, how you doing? Oh man, I hope you enjoyed the show. I don't make it all about me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, the show was good. You were really funny, by the way. Then you invite them into like, yo, hey, oh yeah, you think so? Well, shoot, look, follow me. This is what I do after every show. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show. I don't care if like you can be the most thuggish, ruggish dude. You had a mean mug on the whole time. Hey, listen, thank you for checking out the show. Yeah, man, thank you, man. Yeah, you was funny too. You know what I'm saying? I'm too thuggish to laugh, but you had some good points. And they may even drop a, hey man, you know what? If you said it like this, that would have got me there. That's in your repertoire now. Like, okay, cool. Like y'all ain't gonna laugh at that. Well, I bring this back and then I slam it on your head. You're always in a like from what I've learned from comedy because I'm only in year 2, but from what I learned, like, dude, you can take so much from just a small conversation to make your joke go over. Like I recently recorded, it wasn't a quality recording, but I am going to release it because I feel like people should know who they're supporting. But I did a show at Maker's Brewery, and I hate I hate saying this because I feel like everybody feels like this about their own set, which is true. But I feel like I rocked it. I felt like I engaged with the people. I felt like the people after I got off my set, people came and found me and was like, "Hey, like that's funny. You're really funny." Hey, they find you, and even if they didn't find me, I would find them. Hey, thank you for supporting local comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an open mic, but thank you for supporting local comedy. And that little bit of a thank you goes a very long way with some people. And I didn't realize how impactful it was because I looked at the other comedians that like my other peers, and they're all clobbered up and hanging out with each other. Like, yo, I can talk to y'all all week. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna see y'all 5 to 6 times this week. I don't really get a lot of opportunities to meet somebody new and convince them to follow me or become a part of my journey. I don't get to do that. So any opportunity that I have to do it, I'm like, hey, follow me. Hey, look, I got my stuff on YouTube. You're more than welcome to check it out. And they go on my YouTube and they see, oh, this guy does comedy, and then they see this video that explains to them why it's so important for me to make sure that you feel like you're a part of anything that I'm doing when we're all from this local area. Like you saw me before I was even able to get on any show. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have said something in conversation that may have created a joke in me. I don't know why our paths across. Like whatever higher being you believe in, whether you just believe it's life and the atmosphere and the way it's supposed to go, or whatever it is you believe in. There's a reason that you're standing in front of me right now, and it's up to me to figure out what it is that can help me grow, and it's up to you to figure out what I'm delivering that can help you grow. That's how we feed off of energy. So I tell people, look, man, look, I'm gonna make my presence be known. I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, I'm appreciative, and now people can understand why. Like, it's very important. Like, I didn't make it yet. I'm not in Hollywood, and even if I were in Hollywood, the muscle memory of what I'm doing now is going to be so heavy that I'm going to continue. I'm hoping that I'm able to continue to do it. If I don't get to ask the people of the crowd, at least ask the workers that are in the back. Like I always want to know what the people are feeling and thinking because that's important to my art. You're a comedian. You have 1 minute when you don't have a fan base. You have 1 minute to figure out what everybody in that crowd, what the majority of that crowd will enjoy. 1 minute to assess the situation. You're walking in that 1 minute. You're walking on stage, or you're in the back letting somebody else do a set, and you're listening to what they're saying and what the crowd is reacting to. So you know how edgy you can go. You know how, what I'm saying. It's not just doing your thing. It's a lot of assessments, and you see it, and then you like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take what I have in my repertoire, and this is how I'm leading with it. Like, boom. You're studying people. You've got to get to know people before you ever know people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a really hard task. I don't know too many people that would even attempt to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to know somebody, you take your time, get to know somebody because of an interest, and you want to really take your time. I have 1 minute to know that you're going to laugh at this joke. So that means I've had to either one work this joke so many times that I know how to deliver it, or I've had to tell this joke in front of a crowd like you so many times so that I know exactly how I need to say it if it's a majority white and Hispanic crowd, if it's a majority black crowd. Same joke, but one or two words can change it for this white and Hispanic crowd. One or two words can change it for this black crowd, and you've got to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of patience. It's a lot of studying. Like that's essentially what we're doing during these open mics, hoping that we get the attention of one of the locals that are in the bar, just listening. Like, hey, are you listening to my set? Yeah, that was that. Hey, I got you. Okay, cool. You know, like because when we're doing this in front of other comedians, they've heard that joke 20 times before I told it to you guys tonight. So if I get a laugh from them, what it means is we know your punchline. We know what you're trying to get, and we're not going to let you think that you're bombing just because we know your joke. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you have like a good comedy community because they're like, we got you. Because nobody is really like at an open mic. Other comics aren't really listening to your set because, for one, the influence of what your joke can do for them. Like, oh shit, I've heard you before. Most comics, from what I've seen or what I believe, a lot of the comics will listen to the crowd's reaction to see how funny you are. And if you're funny, if you're getting crowd reactions, then it's like, hey, buddy, come here. Let me listen to you a little bit more. Like, let me hear your jokes next week. So, yeah. With that being said, like being able to like monitor and see how people are writing jokes and putting jokes down, that's why it's important to keep up with the scene because a lot of like comics that we have, a lot of them are comedians and promoters. So you're a comedian and a promoter. That mean that you put people on shows. You know, you've got to try extra hard to make sure that they put you. If they put you on their show, they know that it's about to be a killer show. It's going to be a good show. Yo, Jamal's gonna have these people laughing nonstop. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I have to be able to show them. Like I'm gonna be consistent. So yeah. But for me, like the route that I took with comedy so far, I wanted to build because I felt like, well, I'm already old. You know what I mean? Like I'm almost 40 years old. I don't have a lot of time. I don't have as much time as these young like 20-year-old, 30-year-old people who have lived. Like I don't have that much time, so I had to expedite. And I've been opening rooms, helping with rooms. Like I open rooms selfish reasons only, so that I get better for me. Like it's an open room though, so whatever goals you have, you can also reach. I'll make sure that I build the room right because I want to make sure that people are listening to your joke, and if they do have anything to say, that they've listened to your set and was like, oh, hey man, look, you should have said something like this, and which most of them do. I've created an environment where the people of the mic feel comfortable enough to approach the artists themselves. So, so yeah, I just, you know, I just like it. I enjoy it. I enjoy everything, learning about comedy, the processes of comedy, everything, man. There's so much that you can learn and so much that you can learn from. I've recently ran into a couple of struggles with making sure that people like hear me, like because I'm not in the right spaces. So instead of like, yeah, okay, cool, you may not listen to me on stage when we're in the same room, but hey, maybe I can embark on an engaging conversation that you can see where my mind is and you can let it grow, which helps. Like I said, it's a lot of local comic promoters around here, and I've been able to not really like, you know, kiss ass, but just be able to rub elbows with them just based off of the conversation that I like to hold. And yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, it's tough, man, but it's beautiful. Another thing, man, like I know I'm jumping all of these topics because it's been so long since I've touched this, so so much has happened, and I want to keep the conversation on comedy or things that can be funny. So, being that I'm talking about my story, I also want to bring some funny to situations too. And this is just me, kind of like without a format, but just making sure that I do the work. This is me making sure that I do the work. I didn't really prep anything. I didn't write any. Excuse me. I didn't write any notes. I don't even have my glasses on. But yeah, I'm workshopping a couple of jokes recently. Just really writing a joke from start to finish with a premise that makes sense, jokes that are fulfilling, and callback so it brings everything full circle to a close. Before I would do the one-liners, I was working on them, just trying to see like, yo, did that stick? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, but now I want to tell because I'm learning the type of comic that I want to be. I want to be the type of comic that makes you think as well as like teaches you something. Like I want you to learn something throughout my set. Like you may not have known about like I've got a joke talking about Brazilian banana spiders. If you don't know what it is, you're gonna learn and you're gonna find some facts out about it that you were like, oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it's a learning lesson in everything. I want you to learn during my sets. You know what I'm saying? Like apple seeds containing, I have a little sketch now. Apple seeds, if you don't know, like if you cold press them, it has cyanide in it. A lot of people didn't know that. So you're juicing and you're thinking you're being healthy by juicing the entire apple with the seeds in it. Yeah, no, you're killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like there's cyanide in there. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. Jim Jones, those who know the reference. But it's like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like EMPs, I talk about that. I'm like, yo, yeah, man, I created an electromagnetic pulse to kill every electronic in my house because, you know, wifey using the vibrator. Like those are things that you like. What's an EMP? Oh, that's what electromagnetic pulse does. Like I gotta be able to be smart. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like the thing. I have a bunch of useless information. I've got to be able to be smart and be funny because I have obtained all this useless information. It's just in my memory banks. So I developed a new style. Not a new style because it's been done years before. Like Dave Chappelle is an expert at it with teaching you a lesson. Especially with politics in the story. But it's love. It's beautiful. It's a dope thing to be able to do, and I'm glad that I'm learning how to do it early on. So yeah, man. With that being said, though, man, I'm not gonna take up too much more time because I actually want to start working on a formula. This is gonna be a quick post, not a lot of editing. I probably won't edit at all, to be honest with you. I just want to put it out there so people start to know like who I've developed in, who I am developing in, how I'm trying to grow as a comic, how I'm trying to gain support as a comic. I want to put it out there so that the people that want to support, want to help my growth, want to just be involved, man, know that I have a plan and it's not a secret. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, I'm going to secretly try to get as many subscribers as I possibly can. No, I'm going to let you know the reason on why I feel like it'll be valuable for you to subscribe to me. I don't want you to just subscribe and it be an empty subscription. I have 178 at this current moment, 178 subscribers. And every time I post a video, even though I think the video is good or it may have been good, I only have like 6 likes. So the numbers game really doesn't matter if I don't have the real support and the raw support. And that's what I'm trying to gain. I'm trying to gain, like I know a lot of people want a quick jump to the monetization. I want to gain a quick, I don't want a quick anything. First, let me stop there. I don't want it quick. I want it real. And I think that that's what a lot of people want. They want real. And I'm not going to sit here and do a bunch of editing and do a bunch of, I will be professional, but I'm going to be real. Like you're going to see me days without a haircut. You're gonna see me days where, you know what I'm saying, I may not look the best. I may not have the crispest lineup or anything like that. You're gonna see me, but the thing is, you'll see me being real. You'll see me develop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting a nose job. I'm not getting any cosmetic surgery. I'm not even getting my braces like to fix my crooked teeth. Like people always, oh man, look at your teeth. They fucked up at the bottom. I don't give a fuck. Like if that's what's going to stop me from reaching the plateau of where I'm trying to get to, then all of my work is in vain because it's only going to be what you see with your eyes. Like learn something with your ears. Let me tap into your mind. Let me tap into other structures of who you are as a human being. I don't need you to look at me and be like, oh man, yo, this dude looks perfect. He has perfect. I don't have all that. I'm never. That's never my goal. My kids may. You know what I'm saying? I paid for 2 sets of braces. I'm able to do it for the people after me, but I'm 40 years old. Who am I trying to impress? You know, and that's really what that's why I'm so focused on just being real. Like I tell y'all all the time, like, yo, hey man, look, y'all just gonna get it today. My edge are fucked up. I'll throw a hat on maybe, you know what I'm saying, depending on how bad it is, but uh, I got a messed up edge up. It's just the way that it is. I don't care. I still have hair at 40. A majority of my head is still covered. I'm cool with a messed up lineup. I don't really care. I'm not trying to be perfect. I want people to see the real. So yeah, you get that, man. You might get me recording an episode and one of my kids come down here. That's just a part of my life. That's why I try to do it at 4 in the morning, so I don't have that problem. But still, I'm prepared for it. Like it is what it is. I'm not going to edit things out that I feel like it's just not me. I want people to know that they're supporting something real. And if I sucked when you saw me do it live and I've gotten better, I want you to come and tell me, hey, bro, you've really grown, because I know year one is not the same as year two. I know that month one is not the same as month 22. What is it, 24? So, like, people have allotted me time to grow, and I know that there's still a lot of growth left. But the thing is, no one ever sees the people grow, and I want people to see my growth, and I want people to accept, like, yo, yeah, there might be some times like when the money starts pouring in and I'm doing well in the art, yeah, I might be up here with a crisp lineup every time, and y'all gonna know at that point, like, okay, the boy has put it together. But while I'm not, you're gonna see this version of me with a hair, a messed up haircut, and no logos on my shirt because I can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna see real me. You're gonna see me switch from, have my action figures behind me to this so I can draw in a more professional audience or whatever the case. You're gonna see me adjust accordingly. But when I get it, when I get to where I need to get to, and it's real, and I got the continuous fan, you just see a different side of me. I'm gonna chop the video up. Yeah, I'm gonna chop the video up and put it on, Instagram and TikTok and stuff so people can be drawn in. But real talk, when you tune in to whatever you want to call this, a podcast or whatever, you're getting the real me at who I am at the time. Like, if I mess up my words or I stumble over my words, cool. I'll listen to it and post it so people know, like, yo, man, remember when Jamal used to talk fucked up? Yeah, okay, cool. But am I doing it now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did I grow from it? And that's just it, man. That's why I don't want to do a lot of editing. I just want to, hey, raw. That's how I got 5 kids. But yeah, no. I know I went into a little bit of a tangent, man, but I just want people to know, like, yo, I'm gonna be real. I don't want to be known as funny if the funny ain't real. Like if I'm funny and phony, those two don't work together. You know? If I'm real about, like, bro, I don't have no money for gas this week, man. Look, if y'all want to cash app and donate me money for gas, I would greatly appreciate it, cuz I'm broke. Like, it costs money to go and try to get better at these mics. Like, it costs money. Hey, it's like this. Either I'm going to go to this mic and I'm drinking water all night and tipping the waitress, or I'm going to this mic hoping that somebody is willing to see that I ain't got nothing in my hand. Somebody buy me a drink real quick just so I can feel like I'm a part of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm too cheap to even buy alcohol. I can't afford it. I've got 5 kids. I've got a kid that's in I got one that's getting ready to start going to college. I got another one that just graduated college. He come over. My son comes over here. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll see that my son. I post him in the story. He coming over here because he wants some food, and he is as solid as they come. He goes to the gym. Big dude. I would probably hire him as my bodyguard if I'm able to make it. But he come over here and eat my shit. What am I gonna say? Nah, son, I can't feed you today because you a grown man. Hell nah. I grew up with that type of father. I'm gonna be like, yo, all right, man, I'm gonna eat less. Like you, my son, I don't care. But I'm just saying, like, yo, that's the realness of that I have to be. That's the real levels that you're gonna see. You're gonna see me complain about some stuff that I have no control over. You're gonna see me just be honest. Hey, bro, I just paid a $300 electric bill. I don't have no money in the bank. Like I'm broke. Hey, y'all want to support me in the super chats or whatever? Cool. But as far as like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm flexing. I'm got it. Bro, I don't got it. I'm trying. Like, y'all want us to help support the art? Like, I would love it. I would love for y'all to help support the art. It is a beautiful thing. And if I'm getting better and you willing to support, hey, bless your kid. Bless your kid, man. Look, listen. I am one. Look, if you think I'm getting better, and you want to see me continue to grow, like I got booked for a show in New York. I was able to travel and do that in the Bronx. Man, you want to help me? Help me. Shit. I'm broke. When I don't need your help, and I'm like, hey, listen, man, I appreciate everybody who helped get me here. I appreciate everybody who donated so that I can get down to this trip in North Carolina to tell these jokes to hopefully I get closer to getting on, or if your like subscription or anything helps me get monetized so I can get money from that, like I'll let y'all know. Like, hey, listen, this is the money that I took from YouTube in order to get here. Thank y'all, man, for y'all support. I appreciate it. This is opening doors for me. I want y'all to know. I just want y'all to be real, man. But yeah, I want to be honest about everything that I'm doing. So y'all keep me honest, man. I'll check y'all. I'm out.